Hi folks, I'm Darin Holden, Executive Director of Camp Anokijig, and I'm coming to you today from the new Centennial Lodge, high above Little Elkhart Lake here at Camp Anokijig. And I am so excited to say that it is finally here. Not just the building, but Anokijig Summer Camp 2025, our 100th season of camping, is just 2 days away. I'm coming to you today to give you a bit of an update on summer camp so you can help plan to join us for the start of your camper session this Sunday. Now, the staff have been training all spring long online, and the last 2 weeks they've been here training on site, getting everything ready, and really making sure things are ready for your camper. Centennial Lodge is all done and working and looking great. Can't wait for you to see it. So now it's time for us to welcome your camper, and we are anxiously awaiting their arrival for their session of outrageous fun. Now, if you have a returning camper, you can expect the check-in experience to be very much the same as it was last year, with a few little updates and improvements, hopefully, to make the line that you wait in on the way in on the road speed up just a little bit. Hopefully, figure some stuff out to help you there. Now, if you're new to Camp Anokijig, or if you need a little refresher on what to expect, I'd have you keep watching this video, and I'll tell you a bunch of the details on just how the process works and goes through. So that way you can expect what you're going to come into. Now, if you think you got it, well, push the button on the video, go watch something else, go pack, and we'll see you next Sunday. Okay, so if you're still with me, let's go in and talk about check-in for your child. If your child is riding a bus, the email that you got this video from will have the departure times for your stop. We ask you to arrive 15 minutes ahead so you can get all checked in and get things loaded, turn in your medications, all that kind of stuff. And that way you can still keep on schedule, or we can keep on schedule for the next stop. That time that you see on there is when we'd like to leave that stop to move to the next stop. You're going to be looking for either a big yellow school bus that has a staff with an Anokijig sign standing out it, or it's a mini bus, like a shuttle bus you'd have at the airports, that's all decked out with Anokijig logos. Now, if you're bringing your child to camp, in your email, you've been sent an arrival window check-in time. Basically, what we've done is we've split the camp into 3 groups so that every 30 minutes or so, a few groups come in. Hopefully, this will make the check-in a little smoother, make it a more positive experience, be more pleasant and quicker for you in the end. We ask that you don't come earlier than your time slot, but if you have multiple campers and they happen to have different time slots, you are allowed and you should come to the earliest time slot, and you can check all the kids in at that time. Basically, parking is always a premium here. So we schedule all this parking to make sure that a certain number of cars can get in and out without a big traffic jam. If you do arrive earlier than your allotted time, what we'll do is we'll have you park in a temporary parking space until we can clear some space for you to park at your child's designated parking area. Now, when you come to camp, you're going to be met on the camp road by a staff member that's going to put a sign on your windshield indicating your child's living area, or we call it a living section. And you're going to have another sign put on if you have medications you need to turn in to the nurse. It's at that moment, with that person at that check-in, that you are officially checking into camp. Now, if you have all your paperwork and all your fees in, you're going to receive something we call the golden ticket. Might be orange, might be yellow. We call it the golden ticket. And everybody will always want a golden ticket, right? That ticket you're going to present to the staff of the living section once you get there to signify that you got all your stuff in and you're ready to move in. Now, if you happen to not have everything in, you're going to receive a white placard on your window that'll help the parking attendants direct you to the front deck of Centennial Lodge, where the office will have a little table set up where if you need to complete paperwork or they need some information from you, they can get that done, and then they'll give you your golden ticket. Now, please note that if you do your paperwork, if you get online and do it or turn it in after 2 p.m. today, which is Friday, the office staff will not have had a chance to verify that information, so it might not show up on the list that you see at the road at that check-in. So even if you did that, we might have to have you do a really quick stop at the registration table just to make sure that everything is okay. We make sure we'll make it quick for you. Now, after the road check-in, you proceed to the main parking lot where you'll be directed to your child's sectional drop-off area. Each section has a different parking area we go to. As you pass through the parking lot, if you have medications to turn in, you'll make a stop at the nursing station, which now is right at the lower part of Centennial Lodge, right underneath the big deck. It's right on the main lot, so it's right on the way. Now a reminder, because you're going to do that, you want to have all your meds out. Don't pack them in your luggage. Keep them out so you can get out of the car and turn them in. They do need to be labeled with the kids' names on it in their original containers, and we're not allowed to use the pill organizers. Got to be in the original container. Now, after you turn all that in, talk to the nurse and get any information there that you need to take care of, then you'll move to your camper's designated parking area. When you get parked in that area, a staff member will direct you to a luggage trailer or a luggage box or somewhere to put your child's luggage if you would like. On the back of your section sign is a map of camp. We're going to ask that you gather your child's bedding and swimwear, so bedding and swimming suit type stuff, pack those separately. That, with your child and this map, you're going to take and walk to their section. The rest of the luggage, if you put it in the trailer or the box, that's going to follow them later on. We'll have our maintenance staff moving that around. Now, it is up to you. You can also skip that trailer and carry it all, and then it'll be all there in the section if you want. Really up to you. When you get to the section, you're going to meet your child's staff. You're going to exchange any information that you might like to talk about. You're going to help set up their bed. And then here's the really tough part. Then you're going to need to say your goodbyes and load up for a safe ride home. To alleviate traffic and parking issues and to allow the camp to start rolling once we're ready to do our orientation time period, to get that all started on time, it's important for parents to make the stay when you're dropping your child off very brief. 5 to 10 minutes in that section, and then you need to say those goodbye and head back home, head to the car, and have a safe ride home. Now, the trading post, our camp store, which is located right in the main parking lot, will be open if you'd like to stop and visit or shop or make a deposit. But we do ask that if you choose to do that you leave your car in that designated parking area and you walk to the trading post. Otherwise, it gets too congested around the trading post. If you'd like to make a deposit before you arrive, you'll need to make your online deposits before 4 p.m. on Saturday. You can take a look at the email you got the video out of just to see all the detailed instructions about that. Now, when you go to actually leave camp, keep that window sign we gave you with that map, and right next to the map, it's also going to tell you your child's check-out time for next Saturday. We do checkout in 2 ways, a little bit of a reverse thing. We do it at 9 a.m. on Saturday and 9:30 on Saturday. And again, if you have multiple kids with different times, come to the earlier one if you want. At that time, we're going to have all the kids and their stuff together in the parking areas. So once you get in, you load them up and have a quick turnaround to get them out the door. We're going to also send you an email reminding you of those times and a little bit of the details at the end of the session, usually Thursday or Friday. Now, included on that sheet from the window are also the instructions for how to use Bunk One email service. If you want to send a quick letter back and forth to your campers, or if you want to get to the photo site. Now, about the photos. Since we're way back in the woods, our internet is a challenge, and uploading photos can take a lot of bandwidth. It'll often take us up to a week or more to get all the ones from a session loaded. It should not be an expectation to see daily photos of your child on that site. Now, we'll try, but I'd ask you not to count on that so that you're not disappointed. We do try to post a small number of photos, a dozen or so a day, on Facebook and Instagram. So if you want a more frequent snapshot of what's going on at camp, that's probably your best avenue, your best source to get that. Now, our biggest concern of your camper coming at camp is their health and safety and the experience that they have. Now, having come through the pandemic just a few years ago, we learned that stressing coming to camp healthy is the key to make sure all that comes together. We are so glad we can now run camp as we did before the pandemic and don't have to make you jump through all sorts of hoops. To this end, we count on you to be the most responsible parents you could possibly be. Now, to be honest, we encourage you to have your kids vaccinated for all communicable diseases because we think it helps, but we don't require it. It's really up to you. So if you're somebody who doesn't want to vaccinate, that's fine. However, everybody, we would like you to do what you did when your kids were in daycare. What they would ask of you most every daycare would be if your kid was having any symptoms, had a fever, something like that, in the last 24 hours, keep them home. If they're showing signs of being sick, keep them home. Don't bring them to school. Don't bring them to camp. Let them recover, get 24 hours without any symptoms, and we can find another time for them to come to camp. If your camper's been sick in the last 48 hours, or if they are when they're going to arrive, just give us a call. Maybe we can have them come a little bit later and get into camp once they're feeling better, or maybe we can get them signed up for a different session so they can come healthy to camp. This way we can keep everybody safe and healthy, and everybody can have a really positive experience. Now, I know it can be a tough call to tell your kid that they need to delay going to camp, but we really need your help to make sure things stay safe, and we need to do that if we need to do it. So we look forward to seeing you here on Sunday, ready for a great adventure and so much outrageous fun, the experience of a lifetime. Our theme day this week is called Carnival Day. We are going to celebrate with carnivals and fun, so if you got clown makeup or balloons or your balloon animals, bring them along. Come ready to celebrate the start of our 100th season here at Anokijig. So until then, we ask you to drive safe. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me at camp. The phone number is 920-893-0782. My name is Darin Holden. Our new phone system, you can actually go right to the extension there and get right to me. This email is also mine, and I monitor it all the time, even over the weekend. So if you've got any questions, shoot me a line. Until then, we'll see you really soon. And as we say at camp, Rick Tick.